If you want to create a clean professional gradient text effect in Photoshop, you're in the right place. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through the exact steps to turn plain text into eye-catching gradient lettering, and I'll also show you how to control the colors, angle, and scale so your design looks polished every time. This is a great technique for thumbnails, posters, banners, and social media graphics, and the best part is that once you learn it, you can reuse it again and again. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials just like this. Alright, let's jump in. First, open your project in Photoshop or create a brand new canvas if you're starting from scratch. Once your document is open, go over to the toolbar and select the horizontal type tool, which is the T icon. Click anywhere on your canvas and type out the text you want to style. For the best results, choose a thick and bold font from the options bar at the top of the screen. Fonts like Montserrat, Impact, or Arial Black usually work really well because gradients show up much more clearly on heavier lettering. If the font is too thin, the effect can look weak, so bold text really makes this style stand out. Now that your text is in place, the next step is to open the Layer Styles menu. Go to your Layers panel on the right side of the screen and find the text layer you just created. Here's an important detail. Double-click on the empty gray space next to the layer name, not the name itself and not the T icon. If you double-click the name, Photoshop will just let you rename the layer. If you click the T icon, it may highlight the text instead. You want the blank area beside the layer name so the full Layer Style dialog box opens. This is where all the visual effects for your text live. Once the Layer Style window appears, look at the left-hand sidebar and find Gradient Overlay. Click directly on the words Gradient Overlay and also make sure the box next to it is checked. That part matters because checking the box turns the effect on, while clicking the words lets the actual settings appear in the center panel. In the middle section, leave blend mode set to normal and keep opacity at 100%. Then look for the gradient bar because that is where the real customization begins. Click directly on the colored gradient strip to open the gradient editor. Inside the gradient editor, you can now customize the look of your gradient text. If you want a quick starting point, you can browse through Adobe's built-in presets like pastels, purples, metallics, and more. But if you want a more custom design, use the gradient bar at the bottom of the window. Double-click the small color stop on the bottom left to choose your starting color, then double-click the color stop on the bottom right to choose your ending color. This gives you full control over the color transition, and if you want something more dramatic, you can click anywhere along the bottom of the bar to add extra color stops. That means you can build a multicolor rainbow style or a more advanced blend with 3 or 4 colors instead of just 2. When you're happy with the look, click OK to close the gradient editor. Back in the main Layer Style panel, it's time to fine-tune the direction and spread of the effect. Keep style set to linear for a clean, straightforward transition across the text. Then adjust the angle setting to control which direction the gradient flows. For example, setting it to 90 degrees makes the gradient run vertically from bottom to top, while setting it to 0 degrees makes it go horizontally from left to right. This is a simple change, but it completely affects the mood of the design. You can also use the scale slider to control how tightly or softly the colors blend together. Lower values create a sharper transition, while higher values stretch the blend out and make it feel smoother. Take a moment to experiment here because small adjustments can make a big difference in the final look. Once everything looks right, click OK to apply the effect. And just like that, your text now has a custom gradient finish in Photoshop. If you want, you can keep building on this by adding shadows, strokes, or glow effects to make the text even more dramatic. But even on its own, this gradient overlay technique is one of the easiest ways to make simple text look modern and polished. If this tutorial was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Photoshop walkthrough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.